What's going on, everybody? We are back. Unfortunately, I do not have the spool kit for the diff yet. That should be coming tomorrow, but while I'm waiting for that, I figured I'd start tearing the motor apart. So, if you remember me mentioning, I ended up going with Michigan Motorsports. They were great to work with. Customer support was amazing. They got me hooked up with all the parts I needed for the cam and head hardware stuff, timing, oil pump, all that jazz. So super happy with that. It's gonna be a decent project, all this motor stuff, but I think it's pretty feasible. They sent me some swag. Definitely hit them up if you guys need any parts for your LS builds, other kind of builds like that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to do a little less talking, a little more work. Try to just talk you guys through what I got to do to get everything out. So first, we got to drain the coolant, drain the oil, take these shrouds off, take the intake off. Be able to get the radiator out after that. After that, I think I'm gonna take the manifolds off, all the hardware on the valve covers. Basically get everything out of the way to the front of the motor. Then I'll probably go ahead, take the steering rack, at least move it out of the way. Because we got to get the harmonic balancer off as well. So yeah, I'm gonna do all that stuff right now and then check back in. Alrighty, we are getting there. I just took the radiator out, drained coolant. I haven't drained the oil yet. That's probably next. Check it out. Radiator's out. Hoses disconnected here. Took the alternator off. I started taking all the valve cover, coil packs, and all that jazz off. I loosened this manifold, which was not bad. I feel like the driver is going to be a little bit worse. Just the spark plugs were way worse to do on that side, and they look a little bit more rusted. And for some reason, I've heard that the driver's side is always way worse. But I sprayed them with PB Blaster like 5 times already, so hopefully they come out good. The manifold bolts. But yeah, I mean, we're getting there. Next up, drain the oil. We gotta take the steering rack off. So I'll take the wheels off, tie rod ends, get the 2 bolts. There's one here, down there, and one down there. Take the hard lines off for the power steering. I took as much fluid as I could out of here. Yeah, I mean, the radiator is pretty annoying to get out. There's like these little clips that hang on to the condenser, and you have to disconnect all these connectors that hold the wiring to the fans. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. You just gotta finagle with it. But yeah, let's keep working. Hopefully this is like somewhat informative for you guys. I'm kind of on a crunch because I want to get the car dialed like a few weeks at least for the first event in mid-April. So yeah, I mean, we got pretty much everything we needed to do the job, so just keep booking along, tearing shit apart. Obviously it's way more easy to tear shit apart than put it all back together. So Oh boy, so I got the rack out and I finally got the balancer off. It probably took me an hour and a half. Quick story. Beginning of last season, I was street driving this to work and engine shut off, no power steering, just randomly. I'll see if I can find a picture, I'll insert it, but my stock harmonic balancer, like the bolt started coming out. One sec. The bolt unthreaded itself and then the balancer was spinning on the crank and literally separated itself. Like the harmonic balancer became two pieces and really chewed up my crank, and I was a little worried, but I literally just took sandpaper to the crank because it was just material buildup from the balancer. It wasn't chewed into the crank, if that makes sense. So I took sandpaper, had my buddy Zach start the car, just held the sandpaper over the crank and tried to smooth it out as best I could, and it seemed to work. So, but yeah, the puller I had didn't work great with the Summit balancer. So you could grab onto these little holes in here, but the teeth here or the teeth here didn't work. So I ended up having to grab onto this, and as you can see, I broke one of the teeth on the balancer. I didn't mean to grab that tooth, I meant to grab the outermost, and I heard it pop, and I knew right then and there that that's what it was, but I'm probably just gonna smooth it out and run it, to be honest. But yeah, I had to drill a hole in this stock bolt, thread it partially in, and then use the puller to take it out, and it was just kind of a hassle, not gonna lie. But I'm glad it's out. It won't be too bad installing it. I double pinned that one previously so it wouldn't come out again like the previous the stock harmonic balancer. So yeah, might try to get a little bit more done tonight, maybe take more of the front of the engine apart, I guess. So guess I'll lower it back down and get started on that. What is up, guys? It's the next day. Got a little bit more done. I just took the intake manifold off. I don't know if I told you yesterday, but I removed the bolts for the power steering pump. There was two annoying ones. This one behind it and this one behind it as well. You kind of just have to turn it a quarter at a time, but it all came off. The intake manifold was pretty annoying to get off. Disconnecting all the fuel lines and wiring and stuff like that is easy, but there's a little line at the back here and this one. Those were kind of annoying to remove, but I just kind of muscled it out there. But we're getting there. I'm not sure if I'm gonna take the heads off or take the cam out first. I'll probably take the heads off just so the lifters are off and not getting in the way of the cam. But yeah, it's the first time doing pretty much most of this, so I'm kind of just looking it over and then seeing what I have to take off. Exhaust wise, I'm pretty sure this, like, I don't know what vacuum evap stuff that was connected to the exhaust, I'm pretty sure I can delete all that and it comes back to this. I don't know if that's a pump or what, but the headers I have don't even have bungs to connect those. So I'm just gonna take it all off, I guess. But yeah, we're getting there. She's looking a lot more bare than she used to, that's for sure. I'm gonna take the valve covers off now and see what I gotta do to take the heads off, I Well, we got one cylinder head off. Pretty crazy, honestly. It went somewhat smooth. One of the bolts, I was a little nervous about one of the head bolts because it was not coming out easy. And I was really afraid to strip it in the head, but I think it's all good. I cannot believe how clean this motor has looked. Like, all the components look so clean for how many miles this car has. Take a look into the cylinders. There's a little bit of crap in there from me cleaning the surface, but I'll clean that out before I put the new heads on. But I mean, the cylinder walls look super good. I don't see any like scarring or anything. Super happy with that. It's definitely taxing on the body. My hands are all fucked up and shit. But I was also struggling. This little clip holds onto the wiring harness, and it was stuck on there, and which is really annoying because it's right behind everything. But we got that out. I don't know, I'm pretty tired. I don't know if I'll start on the other side, but things are moving along for sure. Justin's gonna come here this weekend, help me assemble everything. So that'll be nice, having an extra set of hands. I am gonna take these lifters out real quick and see what they look like, because I did have lifter tick. So I'm wondering, I think it's on the driver's side, so the other side, but I think one of them or two of them are gonna be a little bit marred up. But we'll see. All right, we got the cover off. Oil pump here, timing chain, and sprockets. We got one bolt here, and then one here, 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 and here for the pump, and then 3 for the timing chain sprocket for the cam. And then I'll have access to the cam to pull it out. So as long as the bottom sprocket for the timing is good, I'm gonna leave it on because it's pressed on there and I just don't really want to deal with it. So I do have a new chain and sprockets, but I'll just be using the upper one and the chain. So looking good. Excited to see what the cam looks like for sure. The lifters I took out, everything looks great, so happy with that. But let's keep going. All right guys, quick update. I just spent some time cleaning the block surfaces. It took me quite a while. I went over with a razor blade pretty carefully, and then Scotch-Brite. It's not perfect. I might go over it again, but I'm over it for now. And then I stuffed where the lifters go with paper towels so that no big debris would get in there or anything. And I kept blowing it off, compressed air, to try to make sure nothing really got into the motor. I'm sure some of it did, but hopefully it's fine. So with that, it is time to pull the cam. I put 2 water pump bolts in. They fit right in and it helps you grab it out. So I guess nothing left to do but to pull it. Let's see how this goes. All right, don't judge me, but since I got wrapped into cleaning the block, I forgot the steps I needed to do to take the cam out, but I forgot to take the cover off the cam. That's why I couldn't get it out. Shocker, right? So, take 2. This should come out now. It's time. Oh, so much easier. Hello?
Hello. Oh yeah, dude, there's a lot of parts in here. Nah.
Help. Hitting the condenser.
Oh. This is what you call getting work
Push
done.
that bitch back.
Oh yeah, slip it right in. Oh yeah. Don't even look at me, man.
Oof.
Bro, that's not bad. I put
Is the gold like down, or is it all supposed to be gold?
no, the gold's like down. That's where it's
Okay.
formed. But like I did a Camaro with 50,000 miles, and it looked just like that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna do them, so either way.
Right. What are you putting this, girl?
The cam's fucking out, bitches!
I don't think you're recording.
Oh yeah, you are.
Keep that in.
I walked past it and I didn't see it. I was like, yeah.
So this will be the end to part 1. Disassembly is complete.
No.
I'm not taking the bottom sprocket off because it's pressed on.